Hi, this is Rahul from Tech Tutor. Welcome to the channel. In the last tutorial, we saw how to create a new project, and we also assigned tasks when we created the new project. We changed the duration of the project hours, and we also looked at the calendars. As I mentioned in the last tutorial, I will be using the sample data. I would again request all the viewers of this channel, if they intend to use the same data, please go and download the sample data from the website. Um, so in today's tutorial, what we're going to see is we are going to assign resources to the project, and we're also going to assign the rates for those resources. And when we talk about resources, we mean not just the people resources, but also the material resources that we may need. Also, when we talk about resources, some of the material or people resources may may be on different rates. So some of them may be prorated, some of them may incur cost at the beginning, or some of them may incur cost towards the end of the project. So let's see how we manage those in the project. So where we left off in the last tutorial, we are going to create resources, and for that we are going to go into the resources tab and click on resource sheet. Now the resource sheet is the place where you are going to start creating resources, the people resources or the material resources. So for example, let's say you have a person called John on your project. You can just put John, and the type is what determines whether this is going to be the cost incurred on the project is as and when John completes his work. You may also want to add some of the for some of the material resources. For example, you may want to have desktops on your project. The units you would see here is, of course, if there is a person, you would have the unit as one. If for instance, if it's a material, you may have more units of this. Okay, and so on. Okay, so you can go ahead and add all the resources in the beginning. I would also like to touch upon what we mean by prorated. So the accrue at column will determine when this cost is accrued for the project. So for instance, you may want the desktops at the beginning of the project. Okay, whereas the resources which are there on the project, the cost will be accrued to the project as and when they work or as and when they complete the task. So for desktop, I'm going to put it as at the beginning of the project. So you may want to mark it as start. And for also for the for desktop, you're going to have a cost. So you may want to define the rate of that of per desktop cost. Okay. The other thing is, by default, the rates and the cost that we just talked about, this will all be shown in dollars. Now, for example, if you are working in a different country and you want to change the currency, you have to go to File, click on Options, and under Options you will find Display, and under Display you will see the currency options for this project. And this is the place where you can change the currency. So for my project, I'm just going to go with INR, which is the Indian rupee. And what I'm also going to do is, although there is a symbol for INR, uh, here in India we often use RS as the term denoting INR. So I'm just going to use this symbol RS dot. So all these things you can try to work with. Even for dollars, if you want to write USD in front of the dollars, you can do that, and so on. So once I do that, we click OK, and now you will see that the standard rate, everything will now be mentioned in rupees. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to jump back into my sample data, which I had referred in my first tutorial as well. So again, I would recommend folks who are watching this channel, if they intend to follow the entire tutorial, please go ahead and download this sample data from our website. So I'm going to use these resources for my project. So you would see, you have the people resources. There are also some of the roles which we'll be using, like business analysts, technical architects, and also, some of the material resources. Um, so I'm just going to copy this data here into our resource sheet, and I'm also going to copy the resource rate. Most of it is work, but wherever we have some resources which we want to accrue at the start, for example, desktop or the licenses, in this case, we're going to do that right here. So I'm just going to copy all the resource rates as well, and let's copy it. I'm sorry, back to type. And the last thing we are going to do is I'm also going to look at the rates here. All right. What is this OVT rate? It's more about the overtime work, so I'm just going to skip that. But in your project, if you have a different rate for resources working after the working hours, you can always go ahead and add it. Of course, as I mentioned in the last tutorial, we did look at setting the project work timings. So here we are. I mean, with this, we have actually assigned all the resources to the project. We also quickly saw how to, assign the currency, change the currency, and we also looked at, how to change the type, what work means, what material means, what is prorated, and you know. So, for example, in this case, I want to keep the desktop and Microsoft and the licenses as accrued at start. So that's what I'm going to do here. So that's it for this tutorial. If you like it, please do leave your comments. See you around in the next tutorial, and thanks for watching.